Hello everyone, welcome back to Nostalgic Dolls. I'm Nelly, and in this video I want to have a cozy chit chat about doll collecting. Along with me I have Nelly, of course, Teresa, Midge, Barbie and Christy. If you are confused, I am Nelly behind the camera, hi. But she is also Nelly, which is the face of the channel. So there are two Nellies on the channel for sure. Before we start, I would like to share that these are my experiences, human Nelly experiences, and I would love to read yours in the comments. I thought that this can be a nice engaging video where we have the possibility to share about our experiences as doll lovers. With that out of the way, let's get started. I believe that doll collecting is such an amazing experience. As having something you're passionate about, it's so important, I feel. In my experience, it can even act as a buffer when life becomes stressful. It can put your creativity to use and it can make you spend quality time with yourself and sometimes with other people that share the interest. There were so many times when dolls made life better for me. I even remember once I was waiting at a train station. I always take a comfort doll with me in my purse but rarely take her out. In that day, I did take her out, and as I was looking at the doll, which was Nelly, an elderly lady asked me if it's mini-me, and even though I didn't plan it to be at that time, I could see why she would think that. And then we had a beautiful conversation. That wasn't the only time when someone told me that Nelly looks like me, and I think that's why I picked her to be the face of my channel. With this story, I want to share that sometimes it can bring positive attention to have a doll with you because people tend to like when someone is in touch with what they like, and it's so sweet always when people are so kind and nice about it, but that's not always the case, of course. Sometimes people don't like adults that have dolls, but unfortunately that's their problem, and yeah, it's just a bit sad. But along with that, there are many experiences where people were so nice with me about dolls. And I would like to ask, do you take dolls with you? If you do, please share in the comments if you have any stories. For me, it really helps my mindset when I do take a doll with me. And usually I also take a Barbie book, like a Barbie Bazaar magazine or a Barbie fan club book from the 2000s. And when I don't have the courage to take a doll out, I just look at the beautiful pictures in my book or magazine, and that's also a very nice thing. It just adds a sprinkle of happiness to my day. Another thing that I like about doll collecting is that there can be a lot of variety when it comes to your collection. For example, you can collect one or more type of dolls. Personally, I tend to collect mainly Barbie from 97 to late 2000s, something like that. It depends, of course, there are exceptions. I have a couple of modern Barbies too. For example, the Barbie extra with the butterfly cardigan and purple hair. I think she's my favorite modern Barbie. She's so gorgeous, and I'm happy I got her for a lovely price. But I also collect Monster High G1. I actually first started collecting G1 as a teenager, but then Barbie from the early 2000s was my childhood, and later on in my 20s I realized that I relate more with the Barbie aesthetic from the 2000s, and after I invested in my Monster High collection, I just started collecting Barbie from scratch, and I was like, all that work and what did it bring me, really? But actually it brought me a lot, because even though I do prefer Barbie, Monster High is very important to me as it was a big part of my life and still is. I still have the dolls I collected then, and I'm planning to do some videos about it on this channel, but predominantly you should expect Barbie videos from the eras I just named. Along Monster High and Barbie, I also collect a bit of other lines. I have 4 Brads, for example, 3 Mycene, 3 Nancy's, which is a line from Italy of dolls bigger than Barbie, and they are also very nostalgic to me. And I have also like some unique dolls too, but when I will do a video about my doll collections, you will see every doll that I have. And of course, in general, there are more options that I didn't name, like BGTs and other dolls that I'm not that knowledgeable about. I mainly collect fashion dolls, but let me know, what dolls do you like to collect? Do you have a specific line? Do you like a bit of everything? I would like to hear. After that, there are also different types of doll collecting, of course. You could be an in-box doll collector or an outside box one. And I feel like both are so good and beautiful, because if you wouldn't have in-box doll collectors, then it would be harder, if not impossible, to get vintage dolls in the box. And I also find it lovely when collectors take the dolls outside of the box and do impressive pictures with them, or videos and content for everyone and for themselves, of course. And personally, I'm an outside of the box doll collector, but I have a lot of appreciation for the doll collectors that keep their dolls in box, for sure. You might also like to redress your dolls, or restyle, or even keep them as they are. Build dioramas, and sometimes even make stories and playing with them. Or maybe you're the kind of person that likes to photograph them. I really love the endless possibilities we have here. Personally, as you can see, I like to create dioramas for my dolls and to restyle my dolls. Like in this scenario, only Midge wears her original outfit. So yeah. Sometimes you can even take a step further in the customizing process, and you can repaint your dolls, reroute your dolls, or sculpt things on your doll. Like you can modify their body type, maybe add a mermaid tail, literally anything. Personally, I really love to watch YouTube customizers when it comes to dolltube, of course, and the talent that goes into changing a doll's appearance so much that you cannot even tell who she was meant to be originally, and I have a lot of respect for that. The only thing that I do myself is when I cannot connect with a doll, or if I rarely buy a modern Barbie and her face is pixelated, that I'm gonna just repaint her, and I will try to attempt to repaint in the 2000s style. So yeah, I don't do a lot of customization with my dolls, but I definitely want to learn more, like rerouting, for example. I think it's so cool that people can do that, and of course you need to be patient, because from what I saw from other content creators, it can take time. But yeah, a lot of admiration for this. There are also different scales you could choose for your collection. I prefer the 1/6 scale, as usually that is the scale for fashion dolls. Another aspect of doll collecting can be the ability to share your hobby with other doll collectors. And if you don't have that option around you, you can become active in the doll community online. That's what I did, and I really like it, as I really think I can have a community here where we can learn together. It just needs time and patience, of course, and I'm not really a natural at speaking on camera, but this makes me so happy that I'm just doing it. Editing Nelly here. I would like to remind you that this conversation is just scratching the surface, as doll collecting is a very broad topic and I love it so much, and I thought it would be just fun to create a series in which I talk about it, and this would be more of like the introduction. For now, I would like to leave it at this, but I would love to make more chit chats about dolls in the future. If you would like that too, please appreciate this video, share your thoughts with me in the comments, and consider subscribing. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.